And thank you, InvestorCube, for the opportunity to speak and share a bit of our journey over the past year and what that set up for us for this coming year. Get us going and really provide some understanding of what is happening and just how much the company is looking forward to and how excited we are and how focused we are. 2023 was really a tremendous year of building value into the company month over month as we built into it the opportunity to continuously find more ways for the company to finish its technology foundation, as well as to globalize its offering, as well as to release its signature products. And we did release every single one of every product that we have been building for some time now. We've released our subscription service, Legible Unbound. We released our apps for iOS, for Android. We released our multimedia books, and we released a number of other products and services. And so we have done so much work, and we're so excited about the partnerships that we built and the really the year that we built for the company ahead of us. So what I'd like to do is jump into our presentation deck and just walk through it a little bit. And then I would love to come out and give a demonstration. It happens that today I'm able to share with everybody on the call a very sneak peek, a very special look into Christina Ferrari's upcoming publication, My Model Kitchen. And I'm going to walk you through that and give you a sneak peek of what it looks like on the iPad. You can also get it on your phone, but when we release it, and I'm very excited to share that with you. You're the first people in the world to be able to see this, and we sort of slipped it on Legible just quietly without telling anybody, so we could continue testing it in the live environment, but also so that you can see it as well. So I'll jump on to my presentation and share the my screen here with everybody. And what I want to jump into here, of course, is just pointing out that the cautionary statements, please have a look at all that text in the next 5 seconds before it changes. But cautionary statements about this presentation not being forward-looking, so on. Now, Legible is a disruptive mobile-first global e-reading and entertainment company. We're the only platform with a number of key differentiators. Usually people say, well, Kaleeg, what's the key differentiators of the company? What makes Legible different from, say, Audible or Kindle or Kobo or any of your competitors out in the market? And there are many, many reasons for that, but I'm going to just highlight a few key things that make Legible such a disruptive player. And this is exactly what we're receiving in feedback from even today, people who are signing up and using the service. First of all, we have a competitive title count. We have millions of titles on the platform, and that makes us competitive with the largest book platforms in the world. Yes, we don't have Penguin yet. We have 4 of the biggest 5 publishers in the world. We are in discussions and ongoing discussions with Penguin. We are excited about news in the future regarding Penguin. But nonetheless, we have millions of titles from around the world, and we're loading on content and bestsellers in language blocks such as French, Italian, German, and other languages through our publishing partnerships. So we have a competitive title count to our competitors. Also, we have ebooks and audiobooks in the same place. We don't have an Audible for one thing and a Kindle for another thing. We have everything together, as many of you who have signed up already for memberships can already attest that you can go back and forth between the two modalities, even within the same book. Also, we don't have tokens or credits or limits. If you go onto any of our competitors' platforms, they will limit the amount of books you can have in a month. Or, for instance, they will tell you you have to buy a token per book. And there are all these little gates around all of their titles. We know people don't read that way. We know young people don't read that way. And for that reason, we don't have token systems or credit systems or limit systems. In addition to that, we're also quite simply the least expensive option on the market. We are offering both ebooks and audiobooks for $10 US in monthly as a monthly cost to the consumer. Now, if you go to your Kindle Unlimited, you're going to pay what, $9.99 or $12.99 or however much for that Kindle Unlimited. You're going to go to Audible, you're going to have to pay another amount for that, and then you're going to have to worry about your credits and your tokens and how many limits you can actually read, and you're going to have to use 2 different apps and so on. Enough is enough. $10 for all of that content in the same place, and that makes us more than competitive. It makes us also unique. In addition to that, you can access Legible, the same books that are in your library, from any device that you have, and that makes us unique. First of all, we have our apps in iOS and Android for both smartphones and tablets. We have a web presence. We're a browser first and always have been. That makes us also unique. And then in addition to that, that brings value to people as well, because we're also able to add Legible Automotive as well into this. We have an automotive app, as we've already spoken about in our Farisha announcement concerning our entrance into the automotive market. In addition to that, we also offer, as part of our membership program, access to unique multimedia AI-enhanced books, which allow people to engage with AI characters directly from within the book. And if any of you have already used our Animal Farm AI or our Christmas Carol AI, you'll know how exciting and interesting, and actually how indispensable the tool that's becoming within the books themselves. And I'm excited to share what we're doing in our cookbook category as well. So we're bringing more value to our Legible members by bringing in all of this unique and multimedia and AI enhanced content into the subscription service, giving more value than they already have for that $10 a month. So we're really building original content into our membership plan. We're obviously constantly working to give an easy, user-friendly design. That doesn't make us different, although in the case of some of the book apps that are out there, it certainly does make us different. We're trying to build a user-friendly design and impact for everybody, and our automotive app and our apps and our web design as well. And that is an ongoing process, and we're excited to be constantly releasing new features in an ongoing way. Now, we're obviously solving massive problems. It's difficult to find new books to read. That's why we brought in Librarian AI. No streaming options, which means that you have to download things into devices, or you have poor quality books. And then also missed multimedia reading opportunities. There are so many experiences for people to have that just aren't being provided to others in the book platforms that they're getting now. So we're offering parity with everybody, but we're offering these unique and free and unlimited way to access everything. We're offering it at a cheaper price, and we're building in next generation books as value adds for our members, and to continue building our membership base in that regard. Now, I'm going to really enjoy sharing with you, in case for anybody who isn't a member of Legible yet, be happy to share with you what we've done with Animal Farm AI. This is really a world first. No one else in the world can offer these kinds of books, and we're able to produce them at an alarmingly fast rate. As a matter of fact, we're releasing a new AI classic for the time being, as often as one a month. And we're even hoping to offer them even faster as we continue to build the momentum on these AI enhanced and streaming books as well. So also, we've entered into multi-year strategic automotive partnerships. We've partnered with Farisha Aptoid. For instance, on one hand, that is giving us access to numerous car companies. Obviously, we are in deep discussions with those car companies. We're looking forward to some exciting news in the coming future. We know the impact that the automotive will have for the company, and we can certainly come back and talk about that huge market for Legible, in which we are the first movers in many cases. So we're going to be able to define the ebook and audiobook infotainment experience for, we hope, many hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people who will be entering the cars and seeing our Legible app there, and for the first time accessing a native Legible automotive audiobook experience and ebook experience as well. And by the way, Our AI enhancements within the books are also available within the vehicles as well. And we're excited about that. In addition to that, how could I not mention all the work we're excited about doing and currently are doing with Cartoon Studios and Stan Lee Comics? We have, I think this year, we have 12 total characters, never before seen Stan Lee characters. I think we're putting out 4 this year. We're getting ready to announce our writing teams, and the books will themselves be coming out in 2024. And we're looking forward to the exposure that Legible will receive in this, as well as the revenues, as well as increasing B2B partnerships through multiple different major cartoon and graphic novel publishing companies, especially as we're bringing to these amazing new characters living multimedia book experiences, so that people will be able to not only discover these brand new Stan Lee characters in our publications to which we have exclusive rights, which matters for the revenue side of things, but also they'll be able to have experience a next generation reading experience in which animation and much more is woven through these beloved stories. Somebody once called us, somebody very significant actually in the industry once called us Marvel 2.0. And I really believe that we are building an entire global comic franchise just in that one vertical on the Legible publishing side of things as well. Now, we are obviously building that out. We're working with our executive producers of the Batman series, Michael Uslan and David Uslan, who are both advisors to the company. They are driving us, helping us drive our writing rooms and our ideas. They know comics, they know what sells, they know what the industry wants more than anybody else. Michael Uslan himself is really one of the godfathers of comics itself and has a 40-year personal history with Stan Lee as well. So we're in very good hands with these two extraordinary advisors for us. Now, I think it's probably a good time right now to jump in to give you a little bit of an insight into something that no one else has seen. So I will set this up and just explain things on the way. I'd love to show you now a live version of what Cristina Ferrari's book looks like and how it will work on the platform. While I'm doing so, just a few things about this project. You know, some people might say, well, why are you in the process of publishing this book? What revenue opportunities, what will drive this for the company? And frankly, it's about market share. It's about getting eyeballs on our product. And it's about bringing people to our product so that they can see what we can do and subscribe for the really fantastic content that Cristina and her team are providing. We have 15 volumes of Cristina's work. And Cristina Ferrari, for those who don't know, is an iconic supermodel. Really, she's really part of history. And she has done an extraordinary amount in life. And she is, on top of that, a New York Times best-selling cookbook author and has incredible connections in the media, Hollywood, and business world to be able to really drive the success of this book. We're very excited to work with major PR agencies that have flocked together with Cristina and ourselves to be able to do this. We're very excited about that opportunity to work with her and the exposure that she's going to bring, and not just exposure, but she's going to, of course, be driving customers. So I will try to share this little video. Share this little video here, or not video, sorry. This book, and I'll do so. I think I can do so now, actually. Let's try this out, technology being what it is. Aha, there it is. So I think all of you can see the book now, and at least the book as it's seen on Legible. So this is secretly there right now. We are not publicizing it. This is just for test purposes. But if I jump in and want to read, I'm giving you, before anybody else in the world has an opportunity to see this, a sneak peek into the actual cover of the book itself. And there you have it. So this is the first time the public has seen the cover reveal of Christina's new book. It's made this way so that she wanted the cover to be like the Vogue models or Vogue books, and she wants to have a different volume for every dish, a set of dishes that she has. So My Model Kitchen by Christina Ferrari. And here's the inside title page. Obviously, can I increase that? Moving this through, you're able to see some of the ingredients, and then jumping in here, you're able to see, I've increased the font size, the recipes, and then as you go through, whoops, hold on, I made a mistake there. There we go. This is giving you an example of some of the dishes. Click there, and suddenly I'm inside the book, and I'm talking to Christina's sous chef AI. She has trained these. They are trained on her recipes, and I can ask it anything. I can say, I don't have tomatoes. Whoops. This is where everybody in the world gets to see how well I type on an iPad. I don't have tomatoes. It's going to give me, no worries. You can substitute fresh Roma tomatoes with canned ones. Do you have a 28-ounce can of whole peeled tomatoes in hand? It's going to help me start doing that. However, I prefer to have these instructions. For instance, I can say, please walk me through the recipe in Italian, for instance. I can ask it to do it in any language that I wish, and this will start to provide that, and it's going to start walking me through the recipe in Italian for my purposes. And all I need to do to stop that or continue to explore is just to swipe out, and on I go to the rest of the recipes. So that's one example. For those of you who don't know or haven't seen Animal Farm AI, here is our Animal Farm AI original artwork produced for this title. And then in addition to that, we created, in each case, we created AI characters, taking a while to load here. My internet might be a little bit overwhelmed, but we created each individual characters. Hold on, it's taking so long here. For this book. And if you have a Legible membership already, you can go and experience this yourself. It's offered on our homepage. Here we are. So going through this, obviously, we dedicated it to our Chief Financial Officer, Ed Duda. But I'll take you to chapter 2, for instance, and back this up. And you can see Sonia the hen as you're reading. Suddenly, Sonia the hen has a little message. Up pops that, and you're talking now to one of the characters. Do you think there are ticket to a better farm? And I'll just say, I'm not sure. What are the dangers? We can have complex conversations with these characters within the book about the situations that they're in. I see where you're coming from, says Sonia the hen, who is one of the characters on Animal Farm, and then continues to discuss it. As the book goes on, of course, you're having different discussions with each of the characters. So that's a little bit of a description, and I'll take us back to our project, or to the rest of the presentation, which I'll share, get back to sharing right now. So that's a little bit of an introduction to Christina's book, which we're very excited about. We have a lot of press going on about that as well. So we're just excited to see how that's coming out. Now, we just introduced Catherine Marino, and I want to just pay attention to this for a moment, because through our work with Catherine Marino, we're so excited about the crossover that we're having, not just with Christina and all of our fashion titles, but exposure to a larger and larger world of people who we want to discover the impact that Legible can bring to publishing, as well as the fact that we're a fresh and exciting new alternative to really the tried players out there that are losing market share and can't actually expand into markets that Legible is leaping and able to leap and bound into. And really, you know, one of the other, I talked a great deal at the beginning about our what makes us so different in the experience. And in addition, and just to repeat that, in addition to having a competitive title count, in addition to having a no tokens, credits, or limits sort of experience, a kind of boundless limit experience, and having ebooks and audiobooks in the same place, and offering all of that at a far less expensive rate than our competitors, combining it all for $10 US monthly, and giving an automotive app and access everywhere and browser-based, but also, quite frankly, we've learned that younger generations are not interested in reading the way that my generation and above read, their grandparents read. They want fresh alternatives. They want exciting new ways to read, new kinds of things to read, and a new structure to read in. And we're really leaping and bounding into that place and being where they are in cars and whatnot. And certainly Catherine Marino is just fantastic. We're excited to work with her, and she is able to really drive us in front of a lot of traffic in many different ways. So she's really working with us on branding, sales enhancement, and innovative solutions. All of our partnerships remain the same. We're continuously growing partnership list, actually. As our press releases discuss, our suite of products as it's laid out, you might see that at the end here is the B2B. The number one thing that Legible is continuously building towards is monthly recurring revenue. And that is all about, first of all, driving awareness and conversion into our products. But it's also about getting us in front of people through high value, high impact partnerships where we can work with other people in the industry and leverage their user bases in order to build ours. But also, and I mentioned this from the B2B perspective, we have an incredible opportunity in our B2B offering. We have this extraordinary content. We are one of the only ones, if not the only one in the world, that can stream it securely into anybody's device through a browser-based secure streaming solution that we built. But we're also able, as a result of that, to deliver to our businesses and to their customer bases these living books as well. So we really have so much to offer here. You can explore this in more detail, as well as the market opportunities, our progress, and our debenture offering as a result, our advisory team, and much, much more. So I would like to pause there. I've shared a lot of information, and there's certainly a tremendous amount more that we can discuss, and I'd like to offer an opportunity for any questions or comments. Well, certainly questions as well on this.
Thank you, Kaleeg. That was very insightful and very exciting that you are at the forefront of innovating the reading landscape. So for anyone that has questions, please send it over to info@investor3.ca. That's info@investor3.ca. We did have several questions come in prior to the call. So Kaleeg, the first question is, considering Legible's innovation approach to e-reading experiences, could you elaborate on the technological advancements you're most excited about and how these may set you apart from other digital publishing? I know you kind of touched on this in your presentation, but can you elaborate a little bit more on that?
Certainly. You know, what I just showed in our presentation is both extraordinary and ordinary at the same time. And that's important. It's extraordinary because as you, I'm sure, saw, the ability to suddenly start interacting with characters or with the sous chef trained by the cookbook's author herself. I mean, that's extraordinary. And we're doing it, and we're able to work with publishers to do that en masse. And that in itself drives more revenue and more market share into the company and value to our shareholders. But it's ordinary at the same time because we are using, in some cases, really known technology that's never quite been built before. So we built it based on what we knew. It's a little bit like landing somebody on the moon. You don't quite know what the moon is. You don't know, you've never been to space, but you got the math, you know it can be done, and you're going to do it. Well, that's what we did. By doing this and putting it directly within the reading system itself and so much more, we have shown that what we thought we could do with this technology can actually be done, but only on our platform, because we're the only platform that has invested the time to actually provide the tools on the platform for other people to do similar things. And that in and of itself also builds market share for the company as well. When you start having other publishers try to do some of these exciting, innovative things, they drive other people to Legible. And at the end of the day, we want to be the company where we provide millions of books to billions of people globally. So the more the merrier in that regard. However, I'm glad you bring this up and for this question, because we are building more and exciting technology imminently into our platform through the work of 11 Labs, which is a speech AI synthesis company that is able to provide real-time AI synthesized voices for content. And we have content Orama. So we've already installed a text-to-speech function in our web browser reading system. And what we're doing now is connecting that to AI, to the AI speech synthesis, with the result that all of that means that when you're using Legibles, you will be able to tap on an icon and have that AI read to you, even if there's not an audiobook of it existing. And then you're going to be able to choose what kind of voice you want it read to you in. And not only that, but we hope later this year to make sure that you even have the ability to even add your own voice in to read those books to you, or somebody else's voice for that matter. I can see some pretty interesting use cases for that particular feature. That's for sure.
That sounds very interesting. I mean, you can always have the parents' voice when reading bedtime stories to the kids. The possibilities are endless.
That's right,
So,
exactly, yeah.
Legible's recent launch on AI-powered Animal Farm had made a significant stride step forward. Every investor is asking about AI. And so what does this AI mean? Can you share a little bit about the experience? I know you touched on it and you showed us a demo, but what more can this AI do?
Oh, so much. We're using Librarian AI. We were the first ones in the book industry to develop a Librarian AI, which really is trained on the metadata of our content and provides that information and search results and questions and study and so much more. It's really a study discovery tool embedded right within the Legible apps and online as well. So that really became a bedrock for us. But we've quickly leaped past that, and we're already developing now our AI systems to become part of the sign-up experience. So when you sign up for Legible, you aren't filling a form out anymore. You're having a brief, delightful conversation with Legible's librarian that will immediately provide all the books that will be customized for your interests on the homepage as soon as you land, and we'll have all of your administration and your account info and everything organized and set up for you in your admin page. So it's really providing a librarian concierge service, if I may, for every Legible member. And that is something we're continuing to expand on. Look, there's one thing that anybody who knows me knows when it comes to AI. And books, I'm not interested in gimmicks. I don't want just video for the sake of video and AI for the sake of AI. I want things that are going to add value to our members, because when we add value to our members with our tools and products and technology, we're adding value to the company and thus value to our shareholders and the future of the company in general. So we're building these products not just into books, other features other than the voice text to speech AI voice members. And by the way, I thought of a really interesting use case for that, which we hadn't mentioned, Jen, which is, for instance, what if somebody could record their own voice in somebody else's Legible account and then have that person use that voice to read them, say, the love poetry of Gabriel Garcia Marquez or something, or the love poetry of John Donne. It would just be such a funny thing. I could just think of a million uses for it coming up, but we're really building in these AI features, and not just AI features, but but also social features as well. We want people to interact on Legible, and really having had all our product suite built now and built out, and we're launching it in all these different venues, it allows us now to really come in with our next wave of what we think are really exciting and killer features that will drive this value for people.
Perfect. Yes, the possibilities are endless.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what is the current level of memberships and what are your projections for the next 12 months, 24 months, or just going forward?
Well, we know, listen, I don't want to give too much for disclosure and all of those things. Let me just maybe put the whole piece together for everyone to sort of to see, and they can make their own estimations on that. First of all, we're going into hundreds of thousands, I dare say actually millions of vehicles in almost every country in the world. That's the first thing. And so, what kind of conversion rate, what kind of will we have from those millions of people who are encountering Legible as a native in-car app? That remains to be determined. But we're very, very hopeful, and from our own status, we see that as a significant event for the company. In addition to that, we know that we have high value content that is already driving more people to the site and already driving subscribers into the site. And now more than ever, we have a full data suite integrated in all of our apps, our automotive app as well as our web app, and in our library and in our AI services. So now we have very targeted, very specific data that is allowing us to really deepen and use our social media with extraordinary precision to drive even more subscribers to the site, and to be able to track where everybody's coming and how to and really how to maximize that and maximize our messages and tailor our messages throughout all of our customer segments on the site, because we are excited about the traffic we're seeing. We are excited about the memberships we're seeing. We are excited to see that our name and our profile are rising so strongly. So when you put all of that together and all of those different components and all of the different press releases that we're putting out, and you can start seeing the larger picture, 2024 for us is really our year. And we've all worked so hard for it, and we're very excited about what to expect in the coming days and weeks, let alone months.